Imagine never having to dig a hole again. Well, that's exactly what this tool claims to do. It's called the Rotoshovel, and it's supposed to make your life easier. And in this video, we're going to put that to the test to see if it actually works, or is it just a waste of money. And this is the Rotoshovel. It's a battery-powered unit that's supposed to do the digging for you. Before you can use your Rotoshovel, you do have to put a few pieces together, but fortunately it's very easy. The main part of the machine is this aluminum shovel end piece that needs to be attached. You've also got this auger that's going to do the actual digging, and the whole thing is powered by a single 12-volt lithium-ion battery. The main Rotoshovel unit itself is surprisingly well made. It's got a rubber grip and it's easy to hold. And when you look at the end of the tool, it looks just like a cordless drill, and at this point I wasn't really impressed and figured this thing wasn't going to do much at all. But the reason they got a patent is because they have this end shovel that goes around the auger bit itself. You secure it with a single screw, and now you can insert the auger bit and you're ready to go. Using the Rotoshovel is really easy. It's just got a single button. That switch you see in the middle allows you to reverse the direction of the auger. This can be handy if the thing gets stuck on, say, a root and you need to reverse your direction to pull it out. I'm going to test out the Rotoshovel by putting in a number of plants in my yard and trying it on some different soil types. I'm going to start in this mulch bed. Now my mulch isn't looking very good. It's pretty dried out because it's still early in the season. And while the plants are still in the containers, I can figure out where I want to place them in the bed. And once I liked where they were, I pressed the pots into the mulch a little bit to make an impression, and now I can go ahead and dig the holes. And I have no experience using this tool, and this was the first hole that I drilled. And when I got started, the tool stopped after a few seconds, and I wasn't quite sure why. Then I took a look at the hole and realized it was full of roots. There's a surprising number of roots in this bed because it is so close to the woods. And after looking at the book, I realized this tool has an auto stop feature, so if it hits a rock or a really big root, it'll temporarily stop so that it doesn't burn out the motor. It's probably pretty handy because you don't usually know what's under the ground. If you notice, this hole was drilled in just a few seconds, and it's about 8 to 10 inches deep. I wanted to finish the other 3 holes, and it was surprisingly easy to do. I learned how to handle the tool a little bit better. If you hit a root or anything else, you just kind of back off and then go ahead and press the power button again. And you're probably thinking that soil looks so soft and easy to dig, but it really isn't. It's filled with roots. Some of them are actually surprisingly large, and the tool would hit them, it would break some, and then eventually cut through the others. Now I went over to the other side of the bed to plant these hostas. Once you use the tool for a little bit, you get a lot more comfortable, and it is really fast to make holes. Went right into the bed. You can see the roots that it's pulling up, but in just a couple of minutes the holes were ready, the hostas were in the ground, and the whole job was looking pretty good. Now planting in a mulch bed might be pretty easy, so I wanted to try out the Rotoshovel on some tougher soil. This part of my yard is like concrete, it's rock hard, I can hardly even get my foot into the dirt. It's also filled with rocks. Now as I try out the tool, it does go right into the ground, and it automatically stops if it hits a rock, a big stick, or a root. But that didn't cause me any problems at all. You just lift the Rotoshovel out of the ground and it flings the obstruction away, and then you can go back to digging your hole. And this hole was looking really good, and I tried it on another part of my lawn where it had some grass roots, and again the tool had no problem going in. And you could use a tool like this to dig small fence posts or stakes, but most people are going to use something like this to plant bulbs, flowers, or other kind of plants in their yard. And I would have loved to have this tool a few years ago when I bought these daylily bulbs on Amazon. I got over 75 of them, and that meant 75 individual holes. Or if you're someone that always plants bulbs year to year, something like this could really be a time saver. Or if you're a person who can't dig for any number of reasons, or you're just getting older, this could also be something handy to have. You certainly can do all your holes by hand, but if you're looking for something that might be a little bit easier, this thing could definitely be a good choice. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already for more videos coming up.